of the 60%, the biggest chunk of people that are let into Canada every year, these are the people that go through, or most of them, with the skilled workers or the point system, for example, will go through and need to have 67 minimum points out of 100. And of the 100 points, that's divided into different 6 criteria. One being educational attainment or qualification of, I think it's 24, 25 points. Someone who has a PhD gets the highest 24 to 25 points, and then high school, 12 years of studies, 11, 12 points, something like that. So if you have an MA, if you have a bachelor's degree, a multiple bachelor's degree, 18 years of formal schooling, then you have assigned points. So already quarter or 1/4 of that thing is in the education piece. Work experience, maximum 21 points. Someone who has at least four years of experience in a qualified profession gets the maximum 21 points.
And the qualified profession, is that on the list? No, not necessarily. On the need list?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes. And right now they have 29 occupations, both professions and trades. And then this is something that Immigration Canada keeps on, I think, updating depending on, what they deem to be the shortage for this occupations. So work experience 21. Language proficiency of 24 points. If you have high proficiencies for both English and French, you get the perfect 24. If you have only high proficiency of English, then you get maximum 16. So of the 24, 8 is for French, 16 is for English, and that's how. And then they assign points to the different scores, and people have to go do a standardized exam already, except for the ones that are born like native English speakers. Then they can provide other proofs of language proficiency. But if English is your second language, even if you finish at a Canadian university, you'd have to do IELTS. That's their approved standardized test right now, and then there's still TEP also. But IELTS is the common one. Then you get points for age, 10 points maximum. If you're between 22 and 49 years old, anyone or older or younger, demerit points. If you have an employer waiting for you, you get maximum 10 points for arranged employment offer. Then you get points for adaptability as well. If you have a spouse that also has a bachelor's degree, then you get, I think, 5 points. If you have a spouse and a relative in Canada who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, then you get 4 points. If you have an employer waiting, then you get the maximum points of 10 for adaptability. So all these factors, 67 minimum, you get in. Well, not necessarily
pretty high, really.
Get in.
I mean, you have to score well on all 4.
Yeah.
Because you can lose them quickly.
Yes, yes. So there's the 67 points, which gets you halfway, and then there's the medical exam that you're cleared from anything contagious and chronic, and then there's the security clearance as well, that you're not going to be a threat or whatever. So those are the main, the selection points, the medical clearance, and the security clearance. If there is no employer waiting, because you don't have a sponsor, then you have to have show money, depending on how many people are in the family. So a family of, like, a single applicant needs to have $11,086 of unencumbered funds to bring to Canada. If you are 2, then it's $13,000, and if you're a family of 5, it's $23,000 unencumbered funds. Put in there about $500, $700 for miscellaneous expenses for when you get your photographs done, when you get your medicals done, when you get your transcript of records done, things authenticated and translated, and police clearances. $500 easy. If you have a family of 5, think $1,000. Then there's the processing fee for Immigration Canada. It's $550 per adult applicant, and $100 for anyone 22 and younger dependents. So a family of 4 that's $1,100, $1,300 for processing fees for this application. If you get approved, and when you get approved, then the adults will have to pay the right of landing fee, which is $490 each. So that's another close to $1,000. And of course, when you get approved, then you fly to Canada with plane tickets ranging from $1,000 for the plane ticket. So from the points to the medical clearance and all that, so you need to be qualified, skilled with the language. You need to be healthy. You need to be good citizen. You have to have money to pay for all this processing fees. Someone who is from the Philippines, where one Canadian dollar is 44 pesos, and where minimum wage is $6 per day, who in God's name can afford this from the Philippines? Who from the Filipino society can afford and take their chance of getting approved to come to Canada? i.e., who are the Filipino people that are in Peterborough? Generally speaking, that doesn't have to be just the Philippines. I would say the creme de la creme from these countries. And in a lot of cases, people that have certain social positioning in society. When they come to Peterborough, of course, it clashes, because if we have a community who thinks that these are people who come here and ready to settle for anything that Peterborough gives them, then you have people who have invested, investigated, and ready to be a part of things. And then if it does not pan out that way, then you can just sense the frustration. And a lot of them still stay with a lot of cost. So this is where I don't even know how to express like the need for the community to show empathy for when people really have to just, if you're driving up already on fifth gear, you'd have to come back to the third gear and just restock and regroup.